In choosing a theme for the design of this Los Angeles house, Frank Lloyd-Wright sought inspiration from the ancient Mayan culture. He took the past and molded it for his present, the 1930s. An appropriate setting then for a piece of theatre called Future Fossils. The music for the work was composed by Ed Tomney, whose concept of things musical is far-ranging.
I think that all sound is music. What I want to do is use as large a sound palette as possible. So what I like to use are sounds from virtually everything. I live with a tape recorder constantly. I record events every day of my life. And I catalog this. I keep a vast library and notes on all of these sounds. And I use these in the tradition of tape music, traditionally known as musique concrète, which is the traditional method of composing with the tape recorder.
Another element of the piece was dance. The choreographer, Sara Elgart, used members of her own company and volunteers from a group for unemployed and homeless people.
It is a mixture of spectacle and parade and art and performance and dance. I like the idea of taking real life and making it art, real life and real people, and making them work in an art or artistic creative context rather than having art just imitate life.
The man at the center of the Future Fossils work is Steve Glassman. He describes himself as a guerrilla artist, working outside the mainstream art world. He started out working in theater and then moved on to the business side of art, where he became disillusioned with the political maneuverings of those involved. Future Fossils is part of a series of sculptures that Glassman has been developing since 1982. He says his creations merge his interest in the figurative and the environmental. Once Glassman has created his sculptures in scale model form, he begins work on the pieces that will be actually used in the performance. No doubt with the eventual setting in mind, the artist has drawn from the Mayan culture for his creative inspiration. The central figures in the work are a snake, a bear, and an animal that's an equally important symbol to modern America, the eagle.
Dinosaurs ruled the planet Earth for, I forget exactly how many, something like 12 million or 20 million or 200 million years. The undeniable rulers of the planet, superior species. And man has now ruled the planet for about 30,000. This performance, the reason I struck out on this work was to try to get a sense of ourselves as part of something larger than ourselves.
Glassman's creatures are operated by people. It's a similar principle to the Japanese bunraku theatre, where meter-high puppets are manipulated by 3 people. In Future Fossils, there's only 1 operator per animal. The company's rehearsals in front of the Lloyd-Wright house in Barnstall Park attracted a great deal of attention. And like most dress rehearsals, there were the things that didn't go quite right. The problems ironed out, the performance began in the park, a green island that sits in the smoggy sea of Los Angeles. It was billed as an outdoor spectacle. Glassman and the others describe their work as populist art. It's meant to be enjoyed by the masses, rather than an elite group of theatre-goers. The language of the piece is visual. There are no words, no sets. The aim is to produce a spectacle that moves through the audience, not simply in front of it. Stephen Glassman operated the dinosaur-sized snake himself. One of the most visually impressive moments in the piece, especially for children in the audience, comes with the entry of the giant eagle. Future Fossil sets out to explore what Glassman says is the relationship between the operators and the operated. He wants the audience to see the giant puppets as man-made monsters of control, to look at the past and see what we can learn about the present and the future. The great danger with any such work is that it becomes far too esoteric. For those directly involved in it, there's great meaning and an understanding of events, while for the audience, it appears little more than colour and movement. The Philistines' approach? Well, it would seem so, according to those who saw Future Fossils at Barnstall Park. But anyway, they not only enjoyed it, but praised it in very glowing terms. But then cynics might say, Californians would enjoy it, wouldn't they? After the polite applause,
It's wonderful. I thought it was one of the best I've seen.
The music worked real well with it too. It gave it its own space, very haunting.
I like the bird.
Yeah?
Well, I like the that thing, that thingamajig over there.
What did you think about this performance? I missed it!
and with a blast of hot air, Future Fossils became a thing of the past.